Hello everyone and welcome to Epic FreePlay. This is a series in which I take a look at the games that are free in the Epic Games Store, and today I am looking at a game that is free until the 7th of March, and it is Thimbleweed Park. Okay, now this is what was essentially the reboot of a franchise. Now I know there are going to be a lot of people out there who claim that's not the case. There are other point and click graphic adventure games out there that were going strong, and I mean, to some extent that's partly true. And I'm sorry for the creators that did have games out there, but this was very much the rebirth of the graphic adventure game. This is graphic adventure, so it's point and click. There is a story in which you have to try and solve a murder. You take control of 2 FBI agents, and in this town, not everything is quite as it may seem. This game was created by who is the king of graphic adventure games, the legendary Ron Gilbert, and his humour is everywhere in this. For those who are unaware of the name, he basically is the creator of Monkey Island, Maniac Mansion, of just so many amazingly fun, enjoyable and classic graphic adventure games that were just the games to play in the 90s. And this game goes to show that he really still has it. This game is going to be available from tomorrow, but I'm going to have a look now because I own this game and I have completed it already. There is already a playthrough on my channel, which there will be a link on the top of the screen. So if you actually want to see how to play this game all the way through, if you get stuck at any point, then follow the link and take a look. For those who are okay and kind of get the gist of what it is, then go to epicgames.com and set up an account so that you can get the game the moment it is available tomorrow. It will only be available for 2 weeks, so get it quickly. This is definitely one of the games you don't want to miss. It is so funny. So, thank you very much for watching. I am going to play the first 15 or so minutes of this game next, so keep watching if you want to see that. Otherwise, go to epicgames.com and set yourself up an account to get ready for the game's release tomorrow. Hello everyone and welcome to Thimbleweed Park. Oh my god, I get to play this again. I don't need an excuse, but let's use this as an excuse. Oh my god. Okay, so for anyone who actually watches my channel, you will know that I adore graphic adventure point and click games. I do a series in the past which I look back on every now and then, which is just playing these games, just making the most out of it. You always want to play hard. Basically this is telling you there's a casual mode which is easier, or you've got a hard mode which is the classic story. Now these are instructions. It's point and click. That is what graphic adventure is, so it's all very self-explanatory and you'll see it as I'm playing it. It is 1987. Now, this game was, I believe, it was crowdfunded, I believe. No, someone got shot. Which is actually funny, because no one actually gets shot. Part 1, the meeting. Because, you know, the 90s were very much the kind of explosion of graphic adventure point and click when graphics couldn't do amazingly good. They had to focus much more on the story. Not that these graphics weren't fantastic, these graphics were amazing comparatively to what they could have done.
I fly halfway around the world and an odd note is waiting for me in my hotel room. It says to come to the bridge down by the river. This looks like the place. I could really go for some
right, here we go.
After
so
the long walk out here.
You can look at anything that's here. This is how this game works. So it says, I'm glad I decided that this is the right solution to the problem. Follow these steps precisely. So it says, you know, leave your ID in your hotel room. Go to the river down by the trail. We've done that. Turn the light above the sign off. And then go to the entrance of the underground sewer. Now, what will happen is, as we complete each of those,
it is my wallet,
they will tick off to keep you up to date with what it is you have to do. Because the one big problem with graphic adventures in the past is a very...
It is a pillow bear prototype. Turn the bear inside out and you get a pillow. Very top secret.
Simple lack of remembering what you needed to do a lot of the time. You can click any of the things you want to do, like that. But a lot of items actually have a right-click option, which is the most obvious. So if you right-click on that gate, the gate will open. If you, rather than looking at it, if you right-click at him, it will talk to him. So, you know, you don't have to always go down to the thing you want to do. You see, if I right-click to the lamp, it said look at rather than walk to, so that helps. We need to turn it off, so we'll pick ourselves up a rock. And we will now use the rock. Smash. There you go, light off.
There
you go.
Completed step 3 of the note.
And now then when you check
step 4.
What the note says, they've ticked off step 3. That is the best way of knowing what it is you have to do. And it really just helps keep track of what it is you're up to. Oh, get ready for this, get ready. We're going to walk to the entrance. There it is. Oh no, what was that? Down he goes. They're dragging him into the bushes. None of us were prepared for what we'd find that night, or how much it would change us all. Part 2, the body. There we go. So part 1 was very much just the get to grips with it. Part 2 onwards are pretty much solving the crime.
So tell me again why you're here.
I was assigned to the case by the Home Office in Albuquerque.
There is no Home Office in Albuquerque.
It's neat to know.
Look, I like working a case alone. I especially don't need some junior agent messing up my investigation. Especially some junior agent that thinks I don't know there isn't a Home Office in Albuquerque. So stay out of my way. Take a lot of notes. Sit back and learn. And I'll wrap up this case and we can both get the hell out of here.
Your reputation certainly precedes you, Agent Ray.
I'll take that as a compliment, Agent Reyes.
It's how it was intended.
I'm sure it was. Let's photograph the victim and head into town to talk to the local sheriff. The body is starting to pixelate.
Body starting to pixelate.
This is going to be a long night.
There you go. So the humor in this is absolutely hysterical. It really is. And then, you know, the body's starting to pixelate. It's ridiculous. But there you go. Arrived at Thimbleweed Park, Albuquerque bus. Heading out to look at the body. It's the perfect cover. Cover for what, I ask? I don't know. It's a long way from town. When he got here, Agent Ray was here, which is odd. This shouldn't have been assigned. Wonder why she's here. Remember to call Mum. I love the way one's Ray and one is Reyes. He has a Polaroid camera. Now if we turn to her, look at her notes. Got into town late. Long highway. Hope I don't have to walk it again. Arrived at the body. Should be fine as my cover. A cover. I hear rustling in the bushes. Someone is coming. Another agent. Shouldn't have gone to the bureau. Ah, so you see, they both thought that it shouldn't have gone to the bureau. And she has Polaroid film. So you have to give the film to him. Or the camera to her.
I love
whichever way around you want to do it. One of them has to have both, essentially. And there we go. Some very basic point and click fundamentals there.
Smile.
And we have our picture. Now that's going to come in handy.
Now we can head into town and find the local sheriff.
We now need to go into town to the local sheriff. Now we can pick up the bottle.
It's an empty whiskey bottle.
We will need the bottle for something a little bit later. I'm not going to go into it too much right now, but you'll find out in a minute.
That's the coroner's job.
We get her to... I thought she could pick up the stuff on it, but we've got to look at it.
Approximately 40 years old. Looks like he's been in the water for 24 hours. You can tell by the pixelation around the nose and neck. Let's see here. There's no wallet in his pockets. But I found a card, possibly a key card from a hotel.
There we go. So we've got his key card, and now we can see what they've written. Possibly European, we know that because of his accent. Obviously they don't know that. The hole in the victim's head doesn't look like a gunshot, more like a puncture from a sharp object. There you go. Now he also wrote the same thing, essentially. Nothing in his pocket except the key card. There appears to be a small hole, blah blah blah. It looks exactly the same. So they've both written basically the same things. Now, there you go. You see, you right click the gate rather than clicking to open, and it does it. Some items do that, some items don't. Now there is a whole bunch of garbage, and you see if you hold the button down and move it to the edge, or you double click, then it'll all move a lot quicker, so it's walking around a lot faster.
Signals are very strong tonight.
What signals?
The signals. Signals are very strong tonight.
Yes, you already said that, but what signals?
I'm just screwing with you. Dark night, deserted road, me in a giant pigeon costume. It was too good to pass up. But the signals are strong tonight. Very strong.
These two are very weird, but this is the bit I love. This is so much fun to do.
This is really odd. Should I save my game?
I wouldn't worry about it. The game was expertly designed to have no dead ends or death, yet still be scary and have a sense of tension. You can feel safe exploring whatever you want. But I'd watch out for the signals. They can be very strong and disrupt the power grid.
But you can carry it on.
But playing classic adventure games has taught me to save often.
That was true, up until Monkey Island. At least with LucasArts-style adventures. Then the designers realized that death and dead ends weren't making the game more enjoyable. It was actually making it less fun.
That seems like a sensible approach to adventure game design.
It is. It just takes a little longer and requires more thought and planning. But it really pays off in the end.
There we go.
Nice chatting with
you.
you.
I do love it when they do that.
I need to find the sheriff and solve a murder.
There's so many kind of
nice talking to you too.
Person comments between the characters and references to it being a video game. It's so much fun. You also have to keep an eye on things on the screen. Now I'm showing this because I can. Because I know it's there, and it will come in handy eventually. See, there it was. Hold on. Something odd. Ooh, wonder what that could be.
It's covered by the underbrush, but It's an old abandoned chainsaw.
That's
Fool
right.
me once, shame on me. Fool me twice.
That's right, it's a chainsaw. So we'll pick up that chainsaw. There it is, look at that. Chainsaw.
It's pretty rusty and totally out of chainsaw gas. Definitely not the murder weapon. No missing body parts.
And now you see, if anyone has played point and click games before, that chainsaw could look familiar. We are going to need it later to get into the sewer, because that old tree is in the way. But we need to fill it up first. There's no fuel. Something else they do, which I find quite interesting, but again, I'm giving you the heads up here, people. There's an awful lot of rubbish just scattered throughout the road. Most of it is literally rubbish. There go the pigeon, people. Literally rubbish, no good in the game whatsoever. That bottle is important. It actually has a purpose in this game. I'm not going to say what it is. It will be up to you to work it out, but you will need to use that bottle in this game somehow. Oh no, someone was watching us. Someone saw us take the picture. Who could it possibly have been? Who was filming us in the 80s? They couldn't have had a mobile phone.
Wait up, eager beaver.
Now there is another little thing I love about this game. You won't necessarily have it on this because Epic don't do achievements.
Howdy, I'm the Thimbleweed Park Sheriff. I don't remember calling the Federinos. That's what you are, feds. Hard to miss the government issue suits.
How long were you going to let that body rot in the river?
Well, the river is so chock full of chemicals from the old pillow factory. It's better off there than in a tub of formaldehyde. I guess you're here about our little murder-reno out by the bridge.
There is nothing little about murder, sir.
Ignore him. He's new.
No sense in wasting everyone's time, Reno. This cutscene is starting to get long, and it's only gonna get longer. Let's find the coroner and get you on your way. Wrestling starts at 8.
I hope he's talking about on TV.
The coroner is waiting for you in his office. Come see me when you're done. I apologize, Reno, for all the lights being off. We don't stay open as long as you city slickerinos do at night.
Even for a murder?
Especially for murder.
That makes no sense.
Are we authorized to shoot people-arenos?
No, you're not.
Howdy-ho, I'm the Thimbleweed Park coroner. Welcome to the future, who? Oh, these are the latest in crime-fighting computers made by Pillowtronics, Inc. This is all probably pretty advanced, even for the Fedahoos.
Oh, do enlighten us.
I love your sarcastic humor, who, Agent Ray?
It's not humor.
There you go again.
We're interested in any help your computers can give us. They look marvelous.
Yes, happy to explain. So happy to explain, who. Yeah, you might want to take notes.
Already on it.
Alright, so now you see these machines are what we need to solve the crime.
Tell us about the Bloodtron 3000.
This is the Bloodtron 3000. Put 2 bloody objects in and it will match the blood type, printing out a report to who.
Tell us about the Fingertron 3000.
Right, Reno, the Fingertron 3000. Insert a fingerprint registry of known criminals and a fingerprint from the murder weapon on fingerprint tape, and it will do a match-a-who.
Oh, tell us about the Facetron 3000.
The Facetron 3000. Or, as I like to call it...
Let me guess. The Face-Areno?
No, that's what the sheriff calls it. You city folka who crack me up. Just insert 2 pictures of an individual and it will verify a positive match.
Aren't you the Sheriff Reno?
Oh my, no. No who. Well, people say there is some resemblance around the eyes, but we're as different as peas of who's in a pot of who. Plus, the sheriff has that annoying Reno he adds to everything. You'll never hear me doing that who.
Sure, whatever.
Don't even ask. Don't even ask.
Stuff.
So, it's part of this game.
This is all very impressive, sir. This should cut hours of our investigation.
But you basically need 2 pieces of blood.
Go see the sheriff in his office
evidence.
for a full explanation of the amazing restaurant.
You need 2 pieces of blood evidence.
I have some
you need
paperwork
2
to
pieces
do.
of fingerprint evidence.
Yeah, almost forgot.
And you need 2 pieces
These
of
Tron
facial
machines are fully
evidence.
voice activated, so if you need any information, just talk to them. It's like we're living in
you
the
will then get free
year of
reports,
2017.
and you can then use those reports in the Arrestatron, and they'll arrest him.
I hate this town.
Let's investigate these Tron machines,
now,
then
you see,
go
if you
see
go
the
to the
sheriff and
notebooks,
get out
they each have written that down in their respective notebooks. The ID is in the hotel. We know that the ID is in the hotel already. We need to get a fingerprint from the murder weapon and a fingerprint of the person we think did it. We need the ID from the hotel room and get a Faceatron report, which will happen because we need a photo of the victim. Take a blood swab from the body and a suspicious item with blood on it. And there we go. Now, all of those things are all scattered around. And you just pick one up, put it in the item, and it will give you a little green symbol. You see, now we put the ID into this machine and we will get 2 greens, and that'll be 1 report. Now, it doesn't flag it because we haven't got the report yet. But there's so many things hiding around. For example, you just look in these drawers and they've got a fingerprint kit. Look at that. When you open the fingerprint kit,
there's a fingerprint brush, a small amount of fingerprint powder, but it's missing the fingerprint tape.
So now we need to find some kind of fingerprint tape. But that's where I'm going to end it. You basically have to solve the crime. It gets so in depth and it is so goddamn fun. It really is fun. I love this game so much. Do not miss your chance to play this game. It is only free for 2 weeks. Even if you don't have time to play it, go to Epic and purchase it, in air quotes, because it is free right now, and then just play it the moment you get the opportunity. It is just hysterical. Then if you do get stuck at any point, check my channel, because I have a complete playthrough of this game and it can help you solve any of the problems that you come up against. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please take a look at some of my other videos by clicking on the links on screen, and I will see you again next time.